The Philadelphia Eagles are 4-2 and are currently first place in the NFC East Division. Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, since he's been in the league, has had a lot of success. He's been to 2 Super Bowls. He's a current Super Bowl champion. He is a Super Bowl MVP. You can make the case that he should be a 2-time Super Bowl champion. He's outplayed the GOAT, air quote, Patrick Mahomes, twice in Super Bowls. He's been to the Pro Bowl 2 times, 2022 and 2023. He was an MVP finalist in 2022. He set the record to be the only quarterback to rush for 3 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion in the Super Bowl. He's had 4 consecutive seasons to where he has rushed for 10 plus rushing touchdowns. And he's the youngest Eagle to start in a playoff game at the age of 23. So the man has done a lot in his career so far. I don't think he's been in the league for that long. But now the Philadelphia Eagles are not looking good. Jalen Hurts is not looking good. Now, in fairness to Jalen, he has some things going against him. He has another new offensive coordinator. Philadelphia is not running the ball enough. He's playing behind a offensive line that is not playing very well. Going into this season, I looked at Philly as the most complete team, the best team. After that Super Bowl dominant performance, I was like, okay, this is the team that's going to be around for a long time. They're the most complete team in the NFL. They're going to be tough to beat. Well, they're not playing like it. Jalen Hurts is getting sacked, he's getting hit, and he has a receiver in A.J. Brown who is complaining about not getting the ball, who doesn't seem to be happy in Philadelphia, and he might need to go. Yes.
Dude, what the fuck? A.J. Brown is probably the best receiver or one of the best receivers in the league. What do you mean he has to go?
He has to go. He has to go. Because if he's constantly complaining about not getting the ball and he's putting out these cryptic tweets that he's not happy and he's being a smart ass, I think that is hindering Jalen Hurts' performance to play well. I think he may need to leave, and it seems like he might be out the door soon, but he may need to leave. And unfortunately, I think Philly is listening to the media too much, and they're getting away from what got them to the dance last season by running the football and being physical, but instead they're throwing the ball a lot and forcing it to A.J. Brown. The chemistry and the connection between the two doesn't feel natural. It doesn't feel like that natural Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski connection or Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin connection. It doesn't feel natural. There are times where A.J. Brown, he's not really giving it 100% every single play. There was a play against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the second half where the Philadelphia Eagles could not score a touchdown unless it was off that trick play of that tush push. But Jalen Hurts throws the ball to A.J. Brown and it looks like a curl route. He doesn't really try to fight for the ball. The defender outworks him and bats the ball away. So that probably tells me that right there, he might need to go. He's complaining. He's not giving it 100% when he has a chance to make a play. Now, with all that being said, Jalen Hurts still has to play better. There are times he holds the ball too long, which leads to sacks. The offensive line can't protect him for an extended period of time. They can't protect him for like 5 or 6 seconds. He's just back there holding the ball and doesn't know where to go with it. He's missing big plays, big home run plays, like the play he missed against New York. He missed a big play against Denver to his tight end. Dallas Goedert is running a crossing route in the middle of the field, and he has to step on his defender. But Jalen Hurts doesn't get him the ball. He misses him. But then he still tries to get him the ball when Dallas Goedert kind of ad-libs and goes up the field, and it's an overthrown pass when Jalen Hurts should have thrown it to him in stride on the crossing route. And whenever I look at Jalen Hurts, I get the feeling that he wants to play it safe now. It seems like ever since his MVP caliber season, teams have figured him out, and I don't think he knows what to do. So I think he would much rather play it safe. He would much rather throw it into the flat to Dallas Goedert, check it down to A.J. Brown or Devontae Smith, not take too many chances. Oh, and also going back to, I forgot to mention this, I don't think they are, as a result of A.J. Brown's bitching, I think they're getting away from Jalen Hurts' strength. Jalen Hurts has to use his legs as well. They need to run plays for him that gets him moving out of the pocket. Okay, RPOs, QB draws, utilize his legs. You're having him drop back to pass, and he's not that type of quarterback. He's not a quarterback that can drop back and move the ball downfield and dissect coverages and make plays with his arm consistently. He needs to use the best of both worlds, which is his legs and his arm. So I think if AJ Brown leaves, then that'll help Jalen become more comfortable. It'll be like a sigh of relief, like, oh, he's gone. Okay? Like that coworker that you work with and you dread coming to work every day because of that one single person, because that individual is just difficult and being a pain in the ass. But then once you find out that individual is going to be gone, you do the Michael Jordan fist pump or the Tiger Woods celebration. Then once that person leaves, you can come to work and you feel more relaxed. You can perform better. It's like, okay, the drama is gone. I don't have to deal with this bullshit anymore. Like with Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs left. Josh Allen had the best season last year, in my opinion, since he's been in the NFL. You saw him getting the ball to everyone, his tight ends, his wide receivers. Who knew Shakir would be as good as he is now? So let AJ Brown go, and then I think the offense will flow a lot better. I think they'll go back to getting Saquon Barkley the ball. And it's going to be tough, yes, because teams are going to key in on that. They've seen looks where teams crowd the line of scrimmage, got 2 linebackers in the box, and then they bring down a safety, or they got 5 defensive linemen at the line of scrimmage, got a hat on a hat, trying to disrupt those running lanes, and then you got the 2 linebackers in the middle who will meet the running back as he tries to get through a certain gap at the line of scrimmage. It'll be tough, but you have to stick with it. Okay, you have Saquon Barkley in the backfield. You have to give him the ball. You have to keep sticking with it, in my opinion. And then utilize play action, get him more involved in the passing game, have him do wheel routes out of the backfield, screens, get him more involved. Can Philadelphia make it back to the Super Bowl and defend what is currently theirs? I don't know. I think they'll make it to the playoffs, but as far as Super Bowl goes, I don't know. I mean, things are not only looking shaky on the offensive side of the ball, but on the defensive side of the ball. Zadarius Smith, he announced his retirement, and then you have their star cornerback, Quinyon Mitchell, who may not be available this Sunday against the Vikings, and who's also been burnt a little bit this season. You know, I thought Devontae Adams got the best of him when they played the Rams. If Matthew Stafford is a bit more accurate on his passes, Devontae Adams cooks him, as they say now. Cook. I'm cooking. And then you got the other cornerbacks who aren't really doing too well, like Kaylee Ringo, Dory Jackson, you know. So the only threat as far as cornerbacks go is Cooper DeJean. So their secondary is going to be exposed a bit. And then there's the pass rush, Jalen Carter, who hasn't shown up and made a true impact yet. Where is he at? Jalen Carter? Are you there? He looks sloppy. Teams are double teaming him and he's falling on the ground. He's getting pushed around. He's not really giving a full 100% on plays. There are plays, when I look at him on film, he'll start off strong and then he'll perform a certain move, like a swim move, and he'll beat the offensive lineman that he's going up against, and then he'll just stop playing. He'll kind of just slow down. So he just looks disinterested, and he looks like he just doesn't care at all. And then there's Nolan Smith, who is hurt. He's got a tricep injury, and he'll probably be back sometime in November. And at the line of scrimmage, Philly is getting pushed around in the run game. So they're getting dominated on both sides of the ball at the line of scrimmage. But who knows? They may rattle off 5 or 6 wins in a row. That loss to the Giants might have woken them up, and they will probably go back to looking like the team they did last season. The team that people expected them to look like this season. So those are my thoughts on the Philadelphia Eagles. Please like and subscribe. That is it. I am out.